Hello, YouTube. It's Dathaniel here. Today I'm with Jonas and Ace. We're going to be playing some Golf It, talking about Shield Hero. Ace is watching it for the first time, and myself and Jonas are both rewatching it.
Yeah. And to preface, like my views might be a lot different from people who've previously been watching something like this because I've only watched mostly shonen anime, so
We don't really read any of this. It's more just like flashing lights, be careful. So to start, we're going to have Jonas one go through what your channel is, your YouTube channel, and what you do.
See, I'm actually live stream more than I record videos.
All right, and then Ace, what about you? What are you making your channel into, or what is your content?
I play really right now anything I want. It's it's nothing in particular. But right now I'm doing a lot of like Minecraft and Magic.
All right, well, I believe they're both being linked below. I will have Jonas's YouTube and Twitch, and then for Ace, it'll be his YouTube.
Yep.
I hit the ball too hard.
This game is crazy.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
I don't know, where's the hole?
I have no clue if there's a hole or anything. I'm just I'm just going, dude. All right. So you guys want to get into it?
Yeah, sure. I'll preface the game, or Shield Hero. So Shield Hero is a light novel-based anime. It is by Akeno Yugasagi. It's published as a web novel originally, and is now being made into an anime. There is one season of 25 episodes, with plans for 2 more seasons of about the same length. It was from winter into spring season of 2019, and is now on hiatus for when it will continue. The first episode we're going to talk about today is called The Shield Hero.
Oh, wow.
So we want to begin with Ace. What were your thoughts beginning the show, coming from a completely different kind of genre you like?
I definitely expected like harem, and we may or may not get that, but it wasn't that bad. Like my ability to palette harem was not satiated, so
yeah,
it was decent. It's decent.
Are you okay with light harem, or is it just like any harem at all? You see a girl and you break out in hives.
I see a girl and I'm like, ugh. No, light harem is good. I guess I don't know. I've never had an anime where I'm like, that's too much harem, because most of the anime I do watch has to have a lot of fighting, and typically I don't think too many harems have a lot of fighting. And
no,
so,
I don't think they do.
but there have been like a few of them where it's just like, that's kind of neat. Like, I guess we shouldn't go into other ones, but there are ones that like I particularly wouldn't mind watching, despite the haremness.
This is such a terrible map, but I love it.
I don't even know where we're going.
Great. But the viruses will fuck with you.
Dude, this game is incredibly confusing.
So the first episode, we meet Naofumi, and pretty quickly he announces his name and then picks up a book and is now in Malormark.
Yeah.
That's pretty much higher preface to who he is.
And
then introduce 4 characters, and they're all kind of weird.
Yeah, it was super weird how like these people from like, I was assuming first in a game or like in an alternate universe. I don't know, maybe that's one and the same, but it was super weird. Like, how do they? Because it seemed like they were summoned through the book. So I'm thinking, how are they even put the book there first in the first place? In second place, it's like they said something along the lines of, "Oh, we were waiting for you," and I'm like, if you're in a different universe and you got all these people at the same time, it's like, did you summon 4 books and get these people at the same time? Are these different timelines? It was super weird.
Anime exclusive issue. The manga or the light novel does a lot better explaining that. So now Fumi is the only one that the book is how he was summoned. Itsuki, Ren, and Marimasu, whatever, dumb spear person, they were all died. They killed. Truck-kun brought them over. We don't really know how they die, but we just know that they were all in the afterlife and brought over.
Okay.
it kind of clarifies a lot because it's a little weird that they didn't have that same experience, but I don't think they knew they died right away. They remember later.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
That was my only like kerfuffle with that. It was really cool though, like getting right into the anime. Like I don't like too much gish galloping, or if that's even the word for it. For like
Lollygagging, kind of.
I like getting right into the action, and so that's basically what they did. I really enjoyed that.
How do you feel about the whole mine character rape allegation kind of thing?
Oh wait, this is when like he's in there and he has the he goes through a few of the presentation of like, oh, we summoned you, and then he finds, okay, so like to preface this, before he gets the accusation with mine, they were picking teams, and the shield hero had no one on his team, which I personally understood because honestly, shields, you want to be the guy with only a shield and like an RPG, that was like, oh
No, it's like, so all of the characters, like the paid for warriors, were all DPS characters.
yeah.
So of the 4 heroes, he was the best suited for the teams. Like every other team was super DPS centric, and like, oh, these heroes can do all the damage. How about we give them also more characters that literally do nothing but damage?
um and so like I guess, well, she really did, maybe she did, but maybe not, probably not. Mine, she was like, oh yeah, shield hero, I'll be with you, and mine was with him, and then all of a sudden later in the day there's rape accusation where she actually wasn't into him, and it was more of a thing to get with the spear hero. And I was thinking like, wait, this doesn't seem right, because first of all, there was like not too much information on what was going on, because the king, he didn't say much. It was just like, yeah, we summoned you here, you have to level up and everything, and that was about it. It was kind of weird because there wasn't too much detail into what was happening. And so my first thoughts were like, that king, I'm a little sus on the king. And so it turned out that, yeah, a rape accusation happened.
So in hindsight, myself and Jonas, we know why he was such a dick, but you don't get told that till the episode, I think, like 22, 21-ish. So it's a while before all of that is really explained.
Like honestly, those episodes are like a turning point, honestly, because I think it's like crazy how much you find out about the lore.
And I will say this before we get anything else about the king. That guy is a bad man. I'm pretty sure you don't want anything with this guy. I don't know too much about this, but like, I feel like there's an ulterior motive besides like beating up the shield hero. But yeah, that's me. That's what I feel.
Just a funny thing later, the manga or the light novel exclusively calls mine and the king bitch and trash. Respectively, and that's it.
Okay, that's interesting.
And the manga the anime waits a while. So the anime eventually does that, but because the anime didn't want to be too controversial with that, they waited.
Interesting. Other than that, in regards to like the accusation, it's like it was kind of fucked up that like she would do that, especially like beating down on like a dead horse. The guy's got a shield for his DPS. It's like really unfortunate because personally, like I would like if there was a weapon in a game, the shield would be the last one I'd ever pick, and that's just like, I don't know, that seems kind of fucked.
They made that joke a lot. Like, a shield really isn't a weapon; it's a sidearm.
Yeah. But going into this, because it is the shield hero, it's called the shield hero, I was really expecting them to sort of change my thoughts on that. Like maybe bashing someone with a shield really is equivalent to like, I don't know, beating them with a like a sword, or like slicing them with a sword anyways. And like I got the idea also when I was like thinking about Mortal Kombat. A lot of times they'll have like these weird attacks where like, oh, my hat also is a saw, so like maybe he gets like some weird shield that also acts more of an offensive weapon. And we sort of got some of that and I was definitely more interested in the more like the offensive shielding abilities,
Yep,
or how you could
we can
use these abilities more offensively.
include the like thoughts on the combat itself and the game UI kind of system, but I don't think that comes into play more until the end of episode 3-ish. Like they take a while to really explain more, and then they really don't go into explaining how it all works until way later. There's a lot of systems that the light novel explains, but it's more as like numbers. They don't actually go through each like ability until a while later.
Oh, okay.
Even like you still haven't seen a lot of how that works.
This game
And it
is
gets
fucked. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the golf game.
Yeah, that's valid.
This is a
You
great
just
game.
gotta bounce it off the wall and get it into the sweeping.
Yeah, just bounce it off the wall and hit it into the hole. Easy.
I think the last
Yeah.
one about is Nafumi buying Raftalia, which is of course a awkward subject, but
Yeah.
to the morals of this world weren't too off.
Yeah. I mean, like the ways in which they treat demi-humans, I mean, doesn't really justify that, of course, but I mean, it's what that time was. And they clarify that very well.
I was like, for the most part, now Fumi treats his party very good. He doesn't
Yeah.
see her as a slave. He just sees her as a possession. And like, why would you want to make your possession like worthless? So like, he kind of takes the touchy subject and makes it more into like his daughter than a slave, which again is a weird topic that has, of course, tons of issues, but in the context of the show makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely liked how they did that there.
I think the show does really well of doing kind of like the Teen Titan thing of like bringing up touchy subjects that people don't really talk about.